Oh, oh. Let's try to drive this thing now.
She needs to go on the open road.
Good thing we drove it on the road. Great idea. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rusto Mod. So in a previous episode of Rusto Mod, you saw me and Patrick run up to a junkyard and grab 3 junkyard cars. We picked up a 1976 Ford Maverick, a Volkswagen Cabrio, and a 76 Buick Skylark, as you see here. And I ended up selling the Maverick to put the money into the F-250, and that left us with 2 cars that we ended up snagging from the junkyard. Now, the first car that we initially went to go look at was Patrick's Volkswagen Cabrio, and he got that thing for $250 and it needed a fuel pump. And while we were there, the gentleman that sold us the Cabrio ended up talking us into buying this 1976 Buick Skylark that also was $250. So I couldn't say no, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but buying any sort of vehicle that runs, drives with a title is unheard of these days for under $1,000. So I had to jump on it. Now, the Buick is not the best car, but it's also not the worst car. It does have some rust and it is pretty solid underneath, but definitely worth all $250. Now, when we brought this Buick home, I was like, what on earth are we gonna do with this thing? Probably just gonna part it out, scrap it, sell it, and put the money into a more expensive project, because I don't know if you guys know, but we built a bunch of really cool stuff on the channel. We built a Corvette chassis swap AMC Rambler station wagon. We built a Cadillac Escalade swap all-wheel drive turbocharged 700 horsepower C10. We built a Jeep Wrangler chassis swapped 1950 Willys wagon, and we have a bunch of other projects that we're doing on the channel. So this car was definitely not on the priority list. Now, if you guys are following along, we go to a lot of junkyards and do a bunch of really cool rescue videos and stuff like that, because that's really what we love to do. We love exploring in automotive history and finding really cool old cars that just have been sitting rotting. And we want to be able to give those cars new life instead of just sitting there and end up being crushed. So we did save this car from the crusher. It was going to get crushed, and we decided that we should do something with it. So I really wanted to build a car that incorporated our junkyard series with it. And so what would be a more perfect car than our 1976 Buick Skylark that we got for 250 bucks. I want to do something a little bit more on the budget oriented side. I want to do a cheap car that we could thrash around, do burnout competitions, do drag race events, do cool stuff with it, but not really care too much about the exterior of it, because, you know, it's a junkyard car. If we end up doing a burnout competition with this thing and we smash into a wall, it's not the end of the world. But if we did that with the Rambler or the C10 or something like that, it would be a really big deal. So that makes the Buick a perfect candidate for an ultimate Rusto Mod thrasher. So here's the plan for the Buick. First, we're gonna get the Buick running and driving. Now, I did get it running in the previous episode, but we have to get this thing driving down the road for it to even be worth our time. So we gotta make sure the transmission works, make sure the brakes work, see if it rolls, everything like that. Get it basic functions of the vehicle. Make sure it runs and drives, and then we can start with what we're gonna do to it. Second, we wanna get a baseline of what we're gonna do with this car. So I wanna make it a street strip kind of car where we could do burnouts with it, drag race kind of stuff, but we got to see how fast it is as it sits. So I want to go to the drag strip and do a baseline run to see how fast this thing is, and that'll set a benchmark for our performance upgrades later down the road. Next, for the Buick, I want to show you guys how you can do a budget LS swap. Now, I know everybody and their brother has a YouTube video on how to do a budget LS swap under $1,000. I'm going to show you guys how to do a budget LS swap for free, or have you guys make money while doing your budget LS swap. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and you guys are not going to want to miss how that video series comes about, but I'm going to show you guys how you can buy a vehicle, part it out, sell parts, what parts you need to use for your swap in order to put money in your pocket while you're doing a build like this. It's the same formula that I used on the Escalade and the Rambler, and ended up coming out on top with both of those builds to put more money and to make the build even better. So not only are we going to pay for the Buick and pay for the LS swap, but we're gonna pay for some upgrades along the way. We're gonna add some power upgrades to this thing, and it's $0 down, so all bets are off. We're gonna absolutely thrash this thing and see what it'll do NA at the drag strip, and then add some power adders to it to see what it'll do with our final rendition of the Buick. Then we'll go along and we'll do some other upgrades to it along the way. Cheap budget upgrades, and it'll be a really fun car, I think. So hopefully with this car, we'll see you guys at Patina Party with some drag race events, and hopefully we'll be going around doing some burnout competitions and other budget style zip tie drags and other kind of stuff like that with this thing. So I cannot wait for this. I think it's going to be a really fun and an awesome project for the channel that isn't going to cost us hardly anything. So stay tuned for that whole series on the Buick, but let's get to today's episode where we get this thing running and driving. I wanted to see if it'll move under its own power, but this is basically it. I believe it's a 74 Buick Skylark, and it's basically what a Nova is. It's essentially the same thing of those body style Novas. Not really my favorite, but if it was a nicer one, then it would probably be more expensive. So it is an automatic, and I had to tape up the steering wheel because it was super gross. The interior is pretty shot. It's actually not horrible. You could sit in it, but you wouldn't want to stay in there too long. The paint is shot just right up our alley. Has a lot of Bondo, but underneath it actually is pretty solid. All the frame rails and stuff are good. Originally from Mississippi. So, I mean, it's rotted on some of the body panels, like down here, but it's not super rotted. So it could make kind of a fun car that we could kind of thrash around. Not really sure. Like, again, let us know what you think. It has a 305 in it, I believe, and it runs pretty bad. It does have a 2-barrel carburetor on it, and I'm not really sure. It has a fuel delivery issue. It is getting spark, and it seems to be okay. It does have a bunch of vacuum lines and stuff, so we're gonna go over it, see if all the vacuum lines are plugged up. That way it doesn't have a big vacuum leak and stuff like that. That's a good quick rundown on the Buick. And then the Cabrio over here, Patrick started messing with it. The guy said it needed a fuel pump. Ended up, it's really hard to find the fuel pump, so he's trying to get it running. Got it running off starter fluid, but it needs a little bit more work. So what did you find on the Cabrio?
Well, I pulled the fuel pump out, or the fuel sending unit in the gas tank, and it was completely rotted. Like, the whole thing was just disintegrated. And I tried looking for a whole sending unit and stuff. Couldn't find any. So then I was like, okay, well, let's see if it'll run or anything. So it wouldn't turn over, the key wouldn't work or anything like that.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so then I just jumped, I turned the key on and then just jumped the starter basically to hot, and it turns over fine. And I could get it to run off of starter fluid, but it still wouldn't run off of gas. So then we had this little boat tank, and then it still wasn't running with the fuel injectors off the boat tank. So we're thinking, well, maybe it's too low fuel pressure for those injectors. So I had this Bosch 044 laying around, hooked that up with gas to a gas can, and then still wouldn't run. So it runs off starter fluid, but it won't fire the injectors. So, and the key still doesn't work. So I had to figure that out.
So he's gonna be working on this, and then I'm gonna be trying to work on the Buick. So we'll see if this thing will run. I believe it shouldn't be too difficult, but it could be like plugged injectors or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's been since it's ran last.
Yeah. So that's what's up with this, and then that's what's up with the Buick. We'll see if we can get both these things running. While we're on the Euro car thing, I wanted to show you guys my new daily driver. This is a 91 BMW E30. Never had a BMW before. Never had anything really like this before. But I ended up selling the Mercury and putting that money back into the channel. So I wanted to kind of get something that is better on gas, that I could drive every day, and that has, like, I don't know, air conditioning and stuff, which surprisingly works on this, which is pretty cool. but it's pretty fun to drive around. And it gets way better mileage than my Duramax that I drive every day. And it was pretty cheap also. So, if you guys want to see E30 content on the channel, this would be a really fun autocross car. But it's only a 318, so it doesn't really have a ton of power, but it's really fun to just cruise around on days like today. All right, back on to Rusto mod stuff. There it goes. Oh, yeah.
Idle? Oh, no.
Oh!
She's definitely missing on a couple.
Oh, you don't need those ones. Is it on fire?
No. It's just burning.
Yeah, this thing runs
Stuff.
really bad, but good also.
Let's smoke.
It runs bad, but it runs. Just, you know, whenever you fire up after it's been sitting for so long, you just gotta foot to the floor.
Catch up all of it.
Yeah. Alright. Now we gotta drive this thing over to the house over there to see if these tires will take air. Kind of doubting it. Hopefully it runs long enough to get over there. Fire's up now. Oh. Move, come on. Come on, come on. Come on. Okay, new plan. Since the tires in the back are flat and shaped like squares, the Nova has the same lug pattern, so we're gonna try to put the Nova wheels on the back, and then we can pump these tires up, but we gotta drive it over there. All right, put the wheel on, swap the battery for a better battery. The radio works. See if it starts. Turn that down. Okay. Fire's right up. Okay. See if it'll move now. Is it just
That back tire was just spinning, dude.
that other one?
No, that one.
Oh yeah.
Look,
Oh.
she's just eating.
He doesn't like to run. I wonder if it's really low on gas.
I don't know.
Oh, I kind of made it. It drove, which is cool. But I think it's out of gas. If you hear accelerator pump, it's pumping, but it has no hardly any air in it. So, and the gas gauge says on E, by assuming that it means it's on E. So, I think that's why it's not gonna run. Anyway, gonna try to fire the Jetta up and head to the gas station. See, this is what it's like owning old cars, is this car doesn't run. And Patrick's currently spraying starter fluid in the Jetta to get that thing to run, because nothing else that we have does run, except for that car over there. So, we might go to the gas station. Maybe. Okay, just got back from the gas station. So, gonna put some fuel in here and see if it runs a little better. Okay, got some gas in it. Let's see if this thing Fires up again here. And we'll drive 3 feet over there.
It sounds like a tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tire's full.
Oh, what the heck? Did the brakes? Dang it, now we can put air in now.
Shoot.
I'm just gonna back up like 3 feet.
Yeah. No, I think she has gas in it. Dude, she's completely spinning in the wheel, in the tire.
Good thing we put that tire on there. Okay, got the wheels and tires on. Hopefully we can drive this thing now. Kind of ridiculous that all these tires are flat. The front two are good. I'm gonna put some air in them so they don't pop. See if this thing runs now. Okay, got some tires on this thing. This door doesn't open. Fire it up, dude. Why don't you take her around the block?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's idle.
Yeah. Timing is a little off. The brakes are hard.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, the vacuum is not on them. Oh, dude, that thing's sweet. Oh, dude, yeah. Start around. We need to adjust the timing stuff. Drive around the yard. Dang. Brake lights work. It idles good.
Yeah.
Let's try to adjust the timing.
Yeah.
All right,
They're
cool.
not good.
No, I think the booster's not hooked up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
All right, Dave.
Freaking Bo Duke over here. Holy crap.
Bo Duke.
Well, we got it better. Let's try to drive this thing now.
She needs to go on the open road. How's the brakes?
Movie yet?
Oh. I think go down the dirt road.
I don't want to go too far.
I think she's good.
They suck still.
Really?
The steering wheel's nice.
What steering wheel?
Feels like a wrapper.
It's Christmas, dude. Open your gift.
Hey, it's not sticky. Grease brakes. Should we drive it all the way down there?
Yeah.
Okay, he said yes.
It runs. It's running better than it did before.
What if it goes bam, bam, bam?
Yeah. Before the goats thought they were getting shot at.
I don't know. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
This car was $200.
Yeah.
$250. Plus a tank of gas. Nova wheel. I don't know what else. This tape.
Yeah. You should get some tires for it.
Runs too good.
I don't know if it runs that good. I feel like only the rear brakes are working.
Yeah.
Did you feel that? It kind of like came around.
I don't know. You gotta stand on them. Can we go on the road?
Yeah. We gotta open her up. Make sure she shifts.
Got tags on it.
Yeah. It says Mississippi.
adjust my mirror.
Oh, check your mirrors.
Standing on.
She got the cam, feel it?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it'll clear up. Maybe it'll just clear up.
Every bang it just like goes up 10.
It's a great idea, Pat.
She's running up.
Running. It's still running.
It's not running. I thought it was dead. Oh.
It doesn't like drive.
Oh.
Good thing we drove it on the road. Great idea.
It's a hybrid, dude.
Oh, that's what I forgot. Yeah, it's gonna be really good violent.
Hey, she cruises.
It rolls good.
Yeah,
It rolls.
no dragging brakes.
Yeah.
Whoa, that guy.
He said, I'm gonna care about those goods.
Oh, okay. Oh god, it's a hill.
Just gotta give it a little bit of gas.
Yeah. She doesn't like the full
No
throttle.
full throttle. Dude, this steering is really good. Oh, man. Come on.
There you go, sweet spot right there.
Maybe now it's warmed up, we adjust the timing again. Oh, another pedestrian.
Oh god.
Go, just go.
Just go. Yes, there you go.
I know. Oh, look at that car. It's like a Pontiac.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want our Buick, you know.
Dude, it's got no power.
I don't know why the buzzer going on. Oh, is that the oil pressure? Is there oil in the ground?
I can't see.
Dude, I hit that bump over there and
I
it's
know.
like,
That one over there?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. What happened? Oh, I think it's this wires. Let me adjust the timing. All right. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's really loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Freaking piece of junk. Alright, now I know we didn't get it running that good in today's episode. There's definitely a timing issue or a carburetor issue with this thing. But we're going to get this thing dialed in because we got to go to the track soon. So in the next episode, we're going to get this thing running really good. We're going to pull the distributor out, clean everything up, make sure it's running really nice. So that way we can hit our local drag strip to see what this thing can do. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then following that episode, we'll show you guys how to do a budget LS swap for basically free. So you're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe to see all the updates that you're going to find on this channel. We do a ton of awesome YouTube content, and we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary. We've been at this thing for about a year now, so thank you guys so much. If you guys are new to the channel, you're not going to want to miss what we have coming up next.